like freezing people. Quick interjection. Quick interjection, seeing this is actually a gaming channel. I just want to show you one thing real quick. I'm not sure as to why my AirPods aren't working, but we'll just see here real quick. And I think it's on the right screen. Hello? Okay, I think I'm a little quiet, but just a little interjection. Nice. Roll the backup vehicle. I have a bad KD. Okay, I'm just gonna say that right now. I don't even want to show you my ground realistic battles. That's because of my KVT. But it's been going up. You know, it was at like 0.7 just a few days ago. Well, that's overall. It's always gonna be there, but I'm so mad right now, just because. Like, look at here. That's interesting. Let's worry about that later. Research the SMT. I'm just really upset because, you know, for some reason, the normal M1 Abrams just sucks ass. This I have a really bad KD and kill to death, but I'm getting better. My brother's screaming because he sucks at gaming. Yeah, yeah, yikes, fucking yikes. But I'm getting better. Dot dot dot. I've had games that were good today, but War Thunder's just a state of shit. Anyway, without that whole interjection thing, and I told my brother to shut up. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, or October 14th at 11:50 or 11:53 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm gonna go yell at my brother because he's a little pee-pee. Bro, he just blamed me for him dying because I came out there. Or something. But anyway, you can see we're 12 minutes from flight. Today they're not gonna be landing any boosters. They're getting every last drop of performance out of Falcon Heavy. You can see there. This will be the last flight for the two side boosters, because you can see that they're older. They have soot on them. I don't think they've ever recovered a center core successfully. Well, they once landed it, but um, it tipped over in rough seas. Anyway, yeah, so they're under fueling RP1 and liquid oxygen, which actually the reason that they come back sooty is because during a reentry burn, they fly through its own plume, and since it's a carbon-based fuel, it ends up on the rocket itself. That you can see a camera angle there. Um, in a few minutes, the next major milestone will be engine chill, because we know engines get really really hot, but they also get really really cold in some places, and to avoid them getting thermally shocked, they run some um cryogenic fluids through the subcooler, or not the subcoolers, what am I on about? Through the like pipes and whatnot, just to make sure that it won't get thermally shocked upon liftoff. After that, you'll see this thing. This is called the Strong back, or also known as the transporter erector. It'll move back a few degrees, at least at T-4 minutes, and then at launch, it'll throw itself back all the way. It does that for all the infrastructure on the East Coast. On the West Coast, it'll go all the way back to launch position at 4 minutes. But yeah, for now, we are 10 minutes and 30 seconds until launch of Falcon Heavy carrying Europa Clipper.
Above the moon's surface, and you see all those fractures. That's
Skibbity. Nobody cares about you. I hate her annoying ass voice. DEI hire type shit.
Above the moon's surface, and you see all those.
Okay, they're just peepees. E. 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 Yes. E. E.
E. E. E. E. E.
Yes, I needed to hear that for some whatever reason. Anyway, as you can see, I always have to credit NASA Spaceflight. I'm using their footage, but at the same time, I'm following all of their rules, and so yeah. There you can see the Starship Tower that they just kind of stopped using for whatever reason. Because of the rapid iterations. They actually used to have an OLIT there, but they knocked it down. A launch table for new designs. I think, honestly, I don't know what they're gonna do. They might integrate some sort of water deluge system. They might just completely. I don't know. I really wish I did know. Oh, 8 minutes. I'm counting. Is that a helicopter? Just very low quality? Obviously not that. Those are birds, but I thought I saw something moving up into the side like a helicopter. My brother is absolutely freaking out because he sucks at gaming. Whatever his kill to death is. Anyway. Yep, 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 yep. Aw. So yeah, okay. Pressurize. Okay. So yeah, we got engine chill pretty much starting right now. If anything, it's already started because of latency. And in only about 26 seconds, RP1 on stage 1 will be complete. It has been complete on stage 2. It's only loading locks right now. Same with well, okay. What am I on about? So yeah, it's about to be done completely with RP1 kerosene. And it's gonna continue loading locks, liquid oxygen. Wind gusts 12.9, humidity 12.6, wind 4.0. So that's all. That's all cool, I guess. We are 6 minutes from launch. Once I know that the commentators would have shut up, I'll let you listen in, but I want to do my own commentary. At this time, you could see Rocket go chill. If you were to put your tongue on a rocket like this, it would pretty much be frozen to it. There's pretty much no way around that. Yeah. Ugh. It's very, very cold, obviously. As you can see, there's a lot of vapor from the humidity in the Florida air. You'll actually see there's usually a vent about 2 minutes before launch, purging the strung back of explosives that if it were to somehow catch on fire or something, it wouldn't just explode everything. So it'll purge it out with inert nitrogen, and you'll see it pouring, and it'll just look like a sheet of just white. Palin mash approximately 6 times. Okay. Oh, I wish I could have been in Starbase yesterday, but I'm not gonna be ever that lucky, probably. Alright, any minute now, I believe. I think in like a few seconds, strong back retract will start. You'll see those main clamps open up if the camera angle does change. Well, not to further out. Okay, that's not necessarily what I meant, but I'll take what I can get. There we go. You'll see those main clamps open up. I think right about, yeah, now. You could see it start to move away from the fairing base. So those fairings will be recovered. That's about the only thing that's going to be recovered and reused today. Otherwise, they're squeezing out every extra ounce of performance out of Falcon Heavy to get Europa Clipper on its way to, well, Europa. T minus 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Oh, yeah. It is zooming out. Europa Clipper isn't really that big of a payload. It's like 6 tons, I believe. But the main worry, obviously, would be all the extra performance that is needed just to get it to Europa. If it was just a 6-ton satellite going to even like Geo, I think Falcon 9 could bring it there, or at least GTO. T minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. About 30 seconds or so, you'll start to see that huge vent from the back of the strong back. And as it stands, it seems like it's gone back maybe a few degrees, unless I don't have keen vision. And right about now, stage 2 lock load should be complete, and therefore vehicle should be out of
One of the things
fueling.
that apparently they are looking is some. It seems to be with a rocket rather than with a.
There's that vent.
Than with a spacecraft.
Interesting.
Yeah, Falcon Heavy is currently fully loaded with propellants. We'll see what they say.
So we'll listen in for go for launch. I'm third partying a third party. Wow, okay. So T minus about 1 minute 30 seconds. You can see that fog starting to dissipate, maybe a little bit. It's not so high pressured right now.
Launch trajectory, which I would imagine is when we would not be go for launch if that anomaly has not been resolved yet.
Oh, there might be an anomaly. So
Coming up on startup.
please don't say hold. Startup. Vehicle is in startup.
Should be hearing that call out.
Falcon Heavy is in startup.
There it is. And there you could see a second ago the water
Next
tower
about 15 seconds we'll be hearing the go for
spraying a bit.
launch.
That is, of course, nominal. As always, that's how
SpaceX launch
thin with
director
full-
is go for launch.
LD is go for launch. That is usually the final go for launch unless there's an emergency with the vehicle. Up until T minus 10 seconds, they can do like an override manually. Otherwise, it's all up to the flight computer to abort the launch. My brother's yelling. Please ignore him. He's a little brat. T minus 20 seconds. Vehicle's in countdown. And vehicle's pressurized for flight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff of Falcon Heavy carrying Europa Clipper to go study Jupiter's moons.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Nominal trajectory.
Engine chamber pressures are nominal.
Skibbity chamber pressures. And the rumbles are just building.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Telemetry nominal.
Falcon Heavy is supersonic.
Nice. And now that the rumbles are tapering off, and, well, I guess the sound itself is, I'm going to switch back to solo commentary in about a few seconds. At this point, vehicle should be supersonic. I don't know if I've called that out yet. You can see it's at the height where contrails are usually made. And I said max Q. And it seems they're out of the throttle bucket, as it's called, where they'll throttle down to avoid pressure on the rocket. In about a minute or so, the boosters will separate. I don't know if they actually wait for it to have like bone dry fuel, because I feel like they would at least give it like some sort of margin just to make sure that the engine doesn't tear itself apart and cause collateral damage. As you can see there, there's no grid fins, just to save weight, and at the same time there's no landing legs, because it's not going to be landing. And right now, you can see the plume is getting bigger because there's less and less pressure. That's why they can get away with using way bigger engines on the second stage, even though the thrust increases only so much, because the bigger the engine bell and whatnot, the better the efficiency, and so on and so forth. And at this point, I don't know if we've had Bico. I would assume we would have, but maybe not. Seems like they really got a lot of fuel in there. After Bico, I think I'm going to switch to the SpaceX streams. Bico. Booster separation confirmed. Well, seems that we've got a a Falcon Heavy on its way to space. So that. Oh.
Those two boosters.
It seems that this just has a little bit. This might actually be lower quality. You know what? Screw that shit. Okay. Sorry, that's not very professional to just switch sources midstream. But I believe in about just a few seconds we should have main engine cut off. Miko. Stage separation confirmed.
You'll need to
And back ignition. And that is the end for the side boosters and the center core. They have done well. Now it should be just a smooth ride into space for the satellite. And now that it's past, I believe, the Kármán line, they do not need the fairings. So bye-bye, fairings. Now it's exposed to the vacuum of space. And the harshness, rather, because I think the fairings would have also not been super pressurized. So yeah. Now, it's just a matter of remaining on a nominal trajectory. That's not a UFO, by the way, that's ice. Ice, baby. Actually, if you remember a few months ago, there was a failure with the second stage because so much ice was built up for some reason. There must have been a leak and it caused a hard start during SES2 and it goes kablooey, and the Starlinks couldn't make it into a high enough orbit using their onboard thrusters just because they're so efficient but so low thrust. You know, it's a trade-off. After Seco, I'm just gonna leave. Vehicle seems to remain on a nominal trajectory. It is currently, just adding, speed to the second stage. I don't know what to really say. You can kind of see the curvature of the Earth, albeit very flat. Not very flat, but very flat looking, and it's very big, so you can't see so much curvature. In about the next minute or two, we should have Seco, depending on the timeline of the mission, which I'm not too familiar with. But given they had a lot of help from the first three cores, I wouldn't expect it to burn for much longer on this stage. Unless it's going into its heliocentric orbit without a second burn, which would be weird. Maybe it is just... Nope, Seco, okay. Well, as soon as I open my mouth, I'm wrong, but I'm gonna go because this was a last-minute stream nonetheless. And you can see that stage 1 is about to go kablooey. I think the side boosters have already gone kablooey. The last second. Yeah. But, yeah. Thank you for tuning